Summer fishing. Can you beat it? I don't think so. Glorious weather and hungry carp make Simon a very happy boy. With a busy work life and family commitments, it's often difficult to find time to really focus on my angling. So when the opportunity to spend 48 hours on the bank arises, I jump at the chance. So I'm down at the awesome Ashby Fisheries in Hatfield Peverel, run by Ash and his partners. It is just a really cool place to fish here. There's some amazing fish, some big 30s, a few fish pushing over the 40 as well, and then you've got the mere, which is extremely beautiful. It's a beautiful place, and I just love it here. And obviously it's right on my doorstep as well. It's about 15 minutes from me, but Ash, couldn't be more helpful. He knows the water so well. It was great for him to be here yesterday. He knows what to do with a camera. He's just the perfect host. So yeah, thank you, Ash. But yeah, definitely gonna probably give it a couple of weeks now. Let's see if I can get myself booked on here again. But yeah, stunning place. It was a very quiet night last night. I think we went to sleep about 9:30. Where are you going? We didn't have any beeps, didn't hear any boshing. It was very quiet. It was a lovely night's sleep. I do like sleeping in this open air, especially when it's lovely weather like this. But yeah, nothing to report. And then 5 o'clock, the middle rod goes off, and I got cut off. Hate that. Just makes you think there's a fish with a rig in its mouth, but I don't know what it was. It was annoying. That's what it is. But hopefully it will eject it. It'll be fine. And then I put another bag out, and then within about 5 minutes, got myself a 1.5 pound rod on the same rod. So yeah, I've had a few occurrences on the left-hand rod, which is on a chod, which is sort of sitting in the weedy margins. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet today. Awesome fishing here. I actually like the mere. The mere, I fished it in the week. I was doing some filming down there with Mr. Pitt, and Ash came along to help out as well. And Ash, gave us a few spots and gave us lots and lots of ideas where to go. I headed down the back end of the lake and did some floater fishing. I had a 28 on the first day, literally within the first hour. And then on the last day, I thought I'd go and have a quick go, and I had just over 20-pound original fish as well. Beautiful fish. So yeah, I feel pretty confident with my fishing at the moment. I wanted to do some stalker fishing yesterday, but there was nothing showing at all. Just a nice fish crash out over there, actually. I know it's not a spurred. Birds in here are a nightmare. Look at this edge. This torch has saved me so many times. Like, the coots are so annoying here, but that torch, just one little beam and they're off. It's amazing, really cool. So I'm pretty confident with my bottom presentation. I'm sitting on very low level weed. It doesn't feel too, I did get an actual drop this morning. I actually think that I actually might have hit a fish on the way down as well. But yeah, that's quite cool. But yeah, difficult to find spots. It's weedy. It is really weedy, and you know, you could be here leading around to find those clear spots, but I think that was definitely a fish. But I definitely think that, you know, as long as you're finding sort of a low-lying weed, as long as you're presenting it properly, like in a bag or something, then you can't go wrong really, can you? So, well, that's not strictly true, is it? Seeing as you've lost 2 fish already. But hey, who's counting? I walked around the lake a few times that day, hoping to spot some carp, but nothing. The odd shell or 2, but these fish are definitely hiding in the depths, which kind of surprises me, as I thought they'd be basking in the shallows. Oh well. Stick to the plan and fish deep. Good things come to those who bait, so they say. So we arrived here about 6:30, 7 o'clock on Friday, and it was just lovely. There were 2 people on, and so it was, you know, pretty quiet. I got the choice of swim that I wanted, swim number 2. It looked good on the map. Ash has been saying there's been a lot of fish been seen, and a few been caught in this section of the lake. So I thought I definitely want to go for that. And luckily enough, the swim was free. By the time I got my rods out, it was about 8 o'clock, 8:30, and managed to get some food. Got my little dog with me, Hobie, who's just gorgeous. Was a little bit restless on the first night. Obviously, he's never been fishing, never heard all these different sounds and, you know, all these new things that he's looking around at. So he was a little bit restless. Come 5 o'clock in the morning, I think I woke up to an alarm, my alarm, as in not my bite alarms. And yeah, there was nothing. It was quiet. I kind of wasn't expecting anything. I kind of like that. I'm not presumptuous enough that I think I'm definitely going to catch. Although I'm a positive person, I don't always think that, you know, this is just easy going. But what happened next? So 5:30, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, Ash turns up. Lovely to see Ash. Ash is like the owner, along with his 2 partners, and he knows everything about this place. You know, he's a good mate. He's an awesome angler, and as I say, he just knows this place like the back of his hand. So on his recommendation, I've came here. So we were chatting, you know, just chewing the fat. 6:30 rolls up, and the middle rod just off it goes, and it was a good bite. You know, just steamed out. Wasn't thrashing hard, so kind of thinking, well, you know, it's either something small or something big. You know, just so I struck into the fish. Luckily enough, you know, obviously Ash was here, and obviously filming and doing this vlogging thing is so much easier with 2 people, because you can just do what you're doing here, not have to think about cameras. I don't like to leave fish hanging around, really. You know, I'd rather have somebody else filming it, which luckily Ash did. So it was a fairly good scrap. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bit more longer and a bit more heavier and pushing. It was a plodder. It was a plodder, and you know, that sort of midpoint as it was coming in, I thought, this is a good fish. You know, this could be a good fish. And as it came out of the water, probably 6 rod licks out, Ash thought it was the fully, and it was quite dark on its head, quite a big looking, you know, frame on it. And we've got a big blocker weed here, which is right in front of me. So you have to lift the fish out and over the weed, which I managed to do. And as I got it here to the point of netting, I realised actually it was a fairly decent fish. You know, again, we didn't really know what it was until we got it in the net. Once we had it in the net, then Ash identified it as orange spot.
Obi-Wan, you brought him good luck.
Jesus.
That's a nice one. What have we got? Ooh, She's cool.
But yeah, she was a beautiful fish. Big old head on her, really big, bowling ball head, and beautiful frame. An old fish as well. And it's just one of those fish I've seen pictures and I just thought, you're never going to catch that. But got it in, and as I kind of lifted her out of the water to, pull her into the bank, I thought actually I'm going to need a sling because actually she's quite heavy. Orange spot from the top lake at Ashbury. Oh, it's bloody heavy. How big, Ash?
Upper 30s anyway, isn't it? 30s. The 37.14 the other day.
Oh, jeez. I didn't touch that. Thanks, baby. Obviously rested her for a good 10 minutes, prepped everything so we, very safe for the fish. Got the cameras and everything. And yeah, got her to the mat, weighed 37 pounds. So I think she'd been out 2 weeks before at 37.14. So she's just down a little bit, but man, I'm just crazy happy about it. Just a stunning looking fish. Again, just this big head. And yeah, she was very good. She didn't crash about that much. It was all played fairly safe. Put lots of water on the fish. She didn't have anything to heal or anything, so that was really nice. So you got some nice footage, got some video, put her back, got in the water with her, and again, you just take your time with her. It wasn't don't want to rush this stuff. She's still recovering, so I sat in the water with her for a good sort of 2 or 3 minutes, making sure that the air's going through her gills, and I did a couple of some nice water shots with her as well. And then just pushed, she just swam off me into the weed in front of us, where she sat there for a good 5 minutes. I then went back in the water, cleared a gully for her to get through to make sure she was happy. And she did. She just swam straight through and off she went. And it was just awesome, amazing experience. I think back on how quickly these things happen. It's in the blink of an eye. It's all about. Filming it for me is just it just captures that moment. I know photographs is great. I think with somebody like Ash was in the background with his camera, and it was I just loved it. It was really good fun. So yeah, and today it's a hot day today. I've seen a few fish, but I'm going to try and get some floater gear going. But at the moment I'm actually more than happy with what I've got, and I might stick around for another couple of hours and then go home. But what a session, really cool.
Lunch dates and coffee breaks, Tuesdays and random days. It's how we spend the worst days of our lives. Your sister doesn't like me much. Your father thinks that I'm a nut. Your son and daughter just don't wanna choose. Think it's time to get away and see. There's a big old world and it's calling me.